Hi there guys, a quick video here on Triple H and the WWE creative team. A caller phoned in to Wade Keller's Pro Wrestling post-show podcast on PW Torch, told several interesting stories on Monday night, allegedly told to him by three current WWE creative team writers after a recent night of drinking. Regarding WWE Chairman Vince McMahon, the writers allegedly said there is no chance of Vince stepping down. Obviously that day will come eventually, but it sounds like there is a feeling that Vince isn't stepping down anytime soon. It also sounds like a lot of the writers blame Vince for a lot of the negativity. It's such a toxic atmosphere and it's all because of one person, one writer said. It was emphasised that WWE's problems are not the fault of the creative team and that Vince is the one who deserves the blame. Yeah, I've been critical of the creative team in the past. That's mostly due to the fact that a lot of them like Hollywood writers instead of people with actual wrestling minds, minds for the business. Regarding Vince and WWE Creative, it was said that Vince wants suggestions from everyone, but those suggestions never make it to TV. It was also said that 99 out of 100 times you can come up with an idea for Vince, but it won't be used. The writers also painted a picture of Vince being out of touch. They claim Vince just watches WWE and works out, and is not aware of things going on in the real world. Regarding the WWE NXT developmental system, the writers claimed that Vince does not keep track of what goes on there, and that he maybe watches the takeover specials. Triple H has indicated in the past that Vince does know what's going on with the black and yellow brand. Yeah, I don't think he has a clue, and that's why so many call-ups from NXT are just badly misused. The writers had praise for Dana Brooke, calling her the hardest worker for the last 3 years. It was noted that Brooke regularly visits the WWE Performance Center in Orlando to work. She shows up early to events, helps set up the ring, and gets in the ring so she can work on her craft. With that said, the writers claim that the creative team will pitch something for Brooke, but she gets nothing from officials until her recent Money in the Bank storyline for the women's ladder match on Sunday. Yeah, I'd say good for Dana for trying to work extra hard to get more time on TV. Another interesting note on the WWE creative team had to do with WWE ambassador Dana Warrior, who started working with the writing team earlier this year. One writer allegedly said, "We're all working for Dana Warrior and it's really awkward." It was noted that many of the WWE writers are paranoid and they feel like they are close to being fired. Wow. One of the writers said he is very close to quitting because he is unbelievably unhappy with the job. Below are a few more stories and claims from the call. WWE's contract with Fox for SmackDown prohibits Fox from moving the show to FS1 even if the ratings drop. When Neville walked out of the company, there was a crazy shouting match and Neville flipped out on Vince. That was the last time the writers saw him. The writers praised Neville for being so easy to work with. It was also said that the ideas never pan out as originally planned because writers come up with stuff and then Vince loses interest after a week or two. They used Mojo Rawley as an example. The writers said the pay for the job is good and it's a dream job for many of them, but it gets frustrating. It was also said that talents are very unhappy and people are trying to get out of their contracts. Sasha Banks, obviously, being one of them. The writers believe Bruce Pritchard is a pleasure to work with. He's a funny guy and a pleasure to work with, but he is not getting through to Vince either. It was said Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon and Triple H have also tried to talk to Vince with no luck. Well, if he's not going to listen to Triple H, Shane or Stephanie, then he's definitely not really going to listen to Bruce Pritchard either. Writers listen to podcasts and they hear fans bashing them for the weak product. It breaks their heart, the caller said. It was claimed that the current Sami Zayn promos are not his own, despite recent claims by Sami and others. That's not Sami Zayn's promos. That's Vince McMahon talking through Sami Zayn, it was said. Yeah, it has not really come across that way with the way Sami Zayn's been bashing the fans. There are currently 37 total writers, and they are now working on both Raw and SmackDown. This change went into effect after the 2019 Superstar Shake-Up. The entire writing team has pitched to have Raw and SmackDown look completely different, with different production, a different way of filming things, and the other differences, but Vince shot the idea. Yeah, it would be nice to have total feel for Raw and SmackDown with the production and filming. Some of the writers believe WWE Hall of Famer Road Dogg, B.G. James, will eventually end up in AEW. James recently left the writing team after working as co-lead writer of SmackDown, and his future is up in the air, but he's been working other roles behind the scenes. I don't know if Road Dogg will end up in AEW. Well, Billy Gunn's already there, but whether Road Dogg will end up there as well, time will tell on that one. It was said that NBC, Universal and Fox both want top stars on their shows, which was recently reported. The writers loved it when there was a real brand split. So yeah, with this wildcard rule, it is good, the start of the end of the brand split, really. I mean, if they wanted to do that, they should have just ended it by now anyway, instead of having that stupid rule. The Superstar Shake-Up changed week to week and didn't pan out how it was originally laid out months prior. Everything changed because Vince just decided to change it. The wildcard rule was not in the Raw script on the morning of the show it was introduced. Wow. So that was like a last minute panic thing for Vince McMahon then. Andrade Cien Almas, I will not call him just Andrade, allegedly went into Vince's office and asked for a legit push. Vince allegedly looked at him and said, "Learn some English and get back to me." Andrade has been taking English lessons. He doesn't necessarily need English lessons because Zelina Vega was alongside him to do promos for him. She's his manager, so she does the talking for him. So that doesn't make any sense. It wouldn't surprise me if Vince did actually say that to Andrade Cien Almas. The Firefly Funhouse storyline is all Bray Wyatt's idea. Wyatt was described as an absolute genius, and it was said that helps others with their promos. He's one of the best guys in the locker room, it was said. And after the revealing of the secret and that awesome mask, I actually can't wait to see more of this. And it's good to hear that he's helping other guys who aren't as good with their promos in the locker room as well. The storyline comedy between the Usos and a Revival has been done because Vince just thinks it's funny. Yeah, typical Vince McMahon humour. Regarding Triple H, it was said that Triple H is the most frustrated person backstage every single night. He said that the most frustrated person in the back every single night is Triple H. He'll always take, especially the NXT guys, under his wing. It looks like he's consoling them. It looks so much like he was the most frustrated person in the building every single night. Yeah, that definitely doesn't surprise me, because all the hard work Triple H does, in NXT with all these guys, building up these stars, and see them get ruined on the main roster. Sure, Triple H is very frustrated with that. We noted earlier this month how Triple H liked a fan tweet on Twitter about how WWE's problem is with creative issues, not with superstar absences. Triple H unliked the tweet soon after, but many fans saw it and websites reported on it. The fan wrote, "At Vince McMahon, maybe the problem with the Raw and SmackDown ratings isn't due to wrestlers injured. It's that you put confusing and pointless storylines. Although it wouldn't hurt if you gave your wrestlers insurance. Just a thought. At Steph McMahon, at Triple H, at WWE." Triple H liked another similar tweet a few days ago, but like before, he unliked that tweet also. The fan wrote, "I truly believe that if WWE talent can hang in there till Vince switches to his XFL pipe dream next year, and assuming Triple H switches to main roster control, things will actually improve. It's a ways away, but a hard reset, plus post-Fox deal growing pains would do wonders." It should be noted that these stories on the WWE creative team have not been verified, and some should be taken as a rumour for now. Stay tuned for updates. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if everything that caller said was true. If you haven't listened to that call, you should check out that Wade Keller podcast from Monday night. It's a fascinating listen. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like, subscribe, and don't forget to share, and I'll see you next time.